Good morning, YouTube. My name is Jeff Blum. I'm the author of the book Is to Cross the Answers, July 20th, 2013. And the title of today's 6-minute sermon will be The Love of Money. The Love of Money. So let me first let you know that I know it's Saturday and not Sunday. Don't be alarmed. I just feel impressed that God would have me to do this sermon today instead of tomorrow on Sunday. Next week I'll let you know where and when the sermon will be. Of course, you can find it on YouTube and on Facebook. Look up my name, Jeff Blum, or the name of my book is To Cross the Answer, and you will find the sermons there. You can like my Facebook page, is To Cross the Answer. It's linked by my Facebook page, Jeff Blum. You find the link off of there to my Facebook page, To Cross the Answer. You'll like it, and you will see links to every sermon that I do because I post them there. I don't invade people's privacy by posting to my main Facebook page because I'm not trying to be popular. So I just wanted you to know that. And as a disclaimer, I want to say that money is not evil. Money is good. And I would like for you to use some common sense to explain why. Take a walk with me, if you will. If money were evil, would God ask you to spend money in the church and on church things and church functions, give money to churches? Would God ask you to give to the poor if money was evil? Would God promise to multiply your money 30, 60, and 100-fold if you invested in the kingdom of heaven if it were evil? Would God ask you to leave an inheritance to not only your children but your children's children, which is money, if it were evil? No. When you run out of money, what does God call that? It's called poverty, right? And what does he call poverty? He calls it a curse. If it's a curse, then it's evil. Why would money be evil? If you run out of money and God calls that poverty, and poverty he calls a curse, how could money possibly be evil? So understand, it is not evil. It is good. Get as much as you can. But understand, God has a purpose for the money, and it is good for your life. It is the love of money that is evil. So let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. In the King James Version it reads, "For the love of money is the root of all evil." That's very important to understand, and I don't have much time to explain this. So please seek God in your full understanding, but I am here to answer questions, and he answers all my questions. I may or may not do a part 2 to this, because this is very difficult. My main purpose for this sermon is to let you know that what ails us or hurts us in society stems from the root of all evil. And that is the love of money, according to the Word of God. That means that we can surmise or understand or deduce or come to a conclusion that anything that is evil on this earth can be linked back to the love of money. Now, how do you not love money? You not love money by loving God first. You should love nothing above God. My personal testimony is when I love God first, everything else in my life falls into place. And money is the last thing that I want to love when I love God. Does that mean I want to get rid of money? No. It means that now I have a purpose for money. Remember, if you really love someone, don't you spend money on them? It's pretty much common sense stuff. But when you spend money on God, it just doesn't leave you. He multiplies it back in your life because he knows that as his word, in his word he writes, money answereth all things. Money answers all things. This is what he wrote in his word. He knows how this system is built here on earth, but he has a right way to do it. Now, there are 2 pathways that God describes in his Bible, and I describe in the book. One leads to heaven and one leads to sin and death. Death is not always a natural thing, meaning that your physical body dies. Death can be the death of a marriage, the death of a relationship, not finishing school, the death of your commitment to school. It can mean a whole host of things. See, a lot of things go wrong when you run out of money, and that's why God calls it a curse. This is my opinion. When you set your goals on God and you set your love on him, he gives you desires, and those desires he creates, and some will actually cost money. But rest assured that whatever that is, God will show you, and he will make sure that you have enough to fulfill whatever that desire is. But ultimately, what this is all about is understanding that all things that are evil comes from the love of money. That is the root system that the devil uses, and we must stop loving money. And we will stop senseless acts of violence, senseless acts of protecting people's assets and devaluing human life. We will stop all of these things of trying to get power over people by having more money and paying for influence to have people do evil things and say evil things and create evil laws and do many of the things that we see on earth that cause such injustice and inequality. When we love God first, everything else falls into place. So I hope this helps you understand where God's mission is here on earth. And that is to kill the root system of all evil. For you to understand not to love money and to love God first.